for all red-blooded gearheads who love their RPMs high and their barbecue smoking. Welcome to Barbecue and Bolts, where we dig into cars of all kinds, from beaters to burners, and then trade the grease in our nails for barbecue sauce, beer, and good friends. Hang on, cause you're riding shotgun with Barbecue and Bolts.
Those damn hicks! What are they doing?
Hey everybody, Scott Baxter from Barbecue and Bolts. We have a Honda Element, a 2003 Honda Element, and the door locks. If you have a Honda Element, you know those door locks get all sticky and all of a sudden the keys don't work. Then you have to pay a couple $100 to get it rekeyed. You have to do all this stuff. Today I'm going to show you how to do this for $28 yourself. 28 bucks. That's it. You get 2 keys, 2 locks for $28 on Amazon.com. You can do it yourself. I'm going to show you how right now. I haven't seen this on the internet yet. I looked all over, so this is probably the first time. Okay, here's how it goes. Okay, first thing we want to do is take the door panel off. Right under the armrest is a little slot there. We're going to take a screwdriver and click this lid off real quick. Okay, it flapped open, and now there's a Phillips screwdriver in there. So you just want to take that out. Now I just put everything right there. Okay, next we want to pry right here, and there's a little plastic piece that covers some bolts there. Okay, I just popped this out. Real easy, you just put a screwdriver, a small screwdriver, and pry right there. Then we have 2 screws here that are Phillips. Okay, the 2 screws are out. Just gonna pull on this. Something popped out. What was that? Oh! I broke another piece. You know, that's what I do. Let's take this little piece right there, and that swivels to the side. As long as you can swivel that to the side, it'll disconnect. It's going to be hard to do with my fingers. I'm going to do it with a screwdriver. I'll be right back. Okay, I just pressed on the bottom down here with the screwdriver, and it swiveled. So after you swivel it out, that will just lift out. And another piece on the ground. Next, we want to take the speaker cover off. Again, screwdriver. Watch your speaker. And just pull. Snaps right off. Now there's 3 screws, and they're all Phillips. All 3 screws are out. Okay, speaker's out. What you do is put your finger on both sides of there on this clip, and you squeeze in. That comes unclipped like so. Next, we need to take the door trim off. Just grab it from the top. Okay, we got that trim piece off. Just unpulls. This one's a little different. If you pull from the top, that'll break off. I already broke the other side. This whole piece came off on the other side. So what you do is you, from the bottom, hear that click? So now that it's clicked out of there, now it'll slide up that way. So slide it perpendicular to the glass. See those slots? And that's the piece that you gotta clip out. Okay, so now the door is completely unscrewed everywhere. So now it'll just pop out. Just grab anywhere. And start unsnapping it. It's going to take 2 hands. Don't worry about it. You have to pull hard. And once it's unsnapped, I'll show you what to do. Okay, so just pull. It'll come unsnapped everywhere. Then you slide it up. And slide. Jiggle it a little bit. It'll come off. Now it comes off, you're going to have to unplug some stuff. You have to unplug right here. And there's a pin that you just put your hand on, squeeze it in, pull it out. Press in on that, pull it out. It came from here. Now we can get rid of this door. This is off. Alright, we got the door set to the side, well, at least the door skin. So now we want to pull this out with a screwdriver. That's just a rubber grommet. And then we're going to kind of detach this a little bit from the door. Right here, that's what pulls on your door to get it open. Pulls on it. Alright, so just take a screwdriver. I had to use 2 hands. Anyways, I popped it out with a screwdriver. Just a little rubber grommet. Set that over there. Now we're going to take this, pull it down, and we're going to want to unhook this. This goes through here. Let's unclip that. That'll make things easier on us. This is a hole you need to go through. Undo this hole. Alright. Okay, next we have this hole. Put a light in there. Can help you see. There's a 10mm bolt that's right there. Get an extension. Take that out. And here's the other one. That's a bracket. Take those out first. Here we go. Okay, I just use this. Should stay in your socket. Boom. Okay. Put that over there. The other one is right here. Now, I want you to look at this. When we put this back together, this piece is going to want to go behind that orange piece. You want it on top of this when you put it back together. Remember that. And that piece right there behind the hole also goes on top of the orange. It's going to want to slide behind it when you put it back together, so make sure it goes on top the way it came out. Okay, I have the 10mm bolt out of the hole there. One side of the bracket, it's this bracket. Reaches all the way around. And I took this 10mm bolt out right there. So now it's loose. We got the door, we got the light in there. This is the hardest part of the whole thing right here. Okay, that's the back of your lock assembly. Let me get it focused. Now, your lock assembly is hooked on there by that C-clip. See those 2 little bunny ears behind there? You have to get a screwdriver. That's the best way I've thought about getting it. Or if you had long needle nose pliers, you might be able to get back there and pull the left one towards you. But what I was doing is taking a long, thin screwdriver and pulling that C-clip down until it unclicks your key lock. And when it unclips, your key lock will come inside the door. And then we can disconnect it as well. And that'll disconnect this whole bracket on it also. It holds the bracket in, so you can't pull this door handle out until this C-clip is undone. So this is the hardest part of the whole deal. You might be a little while on this. Okay, hopefully this helps you. If we can get a look-see back there. It took me 3 minutes. And I took a screwdriver and I got the C-clip going, and then I used another screwdriver and I put it in the hole where I pulled it out. So now I have it kind of pried to the side. So now I'm going to try to pry the rest of it to the side, and hopefully I won't lose it. Got to use 2 hands though. Okay, it's 35 minutes later, I finally got it. Now you have to be real forceful with this thing. And if I get to the side and I take this here and I pull the C-clip down, if I pull it down and loosen this side and then I press on the key lock from the other side, because that's the way it releases that to push it through this way. So if you just keep on messing with that and pulling this side down while pressing on the other side, it'll just slide through. So now it's slid through. I'll show you how to disconnect it, and the rest is easy. One thing I did do was put a bolt on this side without the bracket on, just to hold it, so this whole thing wasn't moving while I was messing with that C-clip. By the way, don't shut your door when it's like this. I just accidentally clicked it shut because somebody came here to buy something, and if so, you have to pull this that way, but then you have to mess with this too, and yeah, it's a pain, so be careful. So we'll go over to this side, and the whole thing comes out. So see the round hole where the key goes? So this latches back in. I'll show you how it latches back together. Might look confusing now, but it has a rhyme and a reason. Okay, got some better light there for you. So this is the lock. It's just hanging there, but it's still connected right here. So it's a little bit too tough to do with my own fingers. So I'm going to take needle nose and push. And that should get it out. There we go, it fell to the bottom. Here's old lock versus new lock. It's the new one. New one comes with one of these, and it swivels around and grabs that. Pretty easy. You just gotta really manhandle a little bit and pull this back so that will fit over and swivel over. I've flipped this thing over so you can see the C-clip. See how the C-clip is? Now this is going to be upside down from what I was doing. Let's see how it holds in everything. And if you had a tool, you could hook it from the bottom, it looks like, with something, and just pull that C-clip out. So that's probably the proper way to do it, but you need a hook or something or a wire to pull that C-clip out. Okay, here's our key, our new key. So see those on each side? Those stay on the sides. And then those will push right into the C-clip. But first, you have to put it through this. Like that. And that's bracket's going to face down and go back up like that. So now we're going to push this into the C-clip inside of here. Over there. I found the best way to snap the C-clip back in is to do it from the outside here. And so you can really get some pressure, put your stomach against it, and then just click it in. So now that's clicked in between the key, and it's held on by the C-clip. We now have our lock in, back in the C-clip. It's holding the bracket. So now we need to take this. If you don't connect this, every time you turn the key lock, it won't unlock your doors. That's what unlocks your doors. So we need to stick that through here and then twist that thing around back over that way. Pull up on that way while turning this way, and it'll lock this in place over here. Okay, I figured the easy way to get that on there was to come through this side. So that's what I did. Went through this side. So now everything's ready to bolt back up. Now remember, when you're putting this bracket back on, it goes on the outside closest to you on both sides. And it's really hard to do it on the inside. You just got to finagle with it with a screwdriver and slide it in sideways over that, because it wants to go on the other side of it. Just remember that. Okay, both screws are back in. One there, one in the hole. Can't really see there. Let's put the hole back in. Now we just got to put this back up. grab our grommet. There we go. Have a little piece there. Those pieces go up there. Now after you get this thing connected to the door handle, we need to clip it back into here. The best way I know how to do that, for me anyways, is I need to hang this on here and reach my hand around the outside and really press in with your thumb and click it in. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to work right. Okay, you'll know you have it hung correctly when these start lining up. And then before we're going to put in these screws and the speaker, we're just going to press in around the door, and you'll hear it click in. Don't forget to plug your speaker in. So plug it in, and then 3 bolts. Okay, 3 bolts, 3 screws, whatever. They are screws, and they're Phillips. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to snap the speaker thing back into place. Easy. Don't forget our secret bolt underneath here. Now we got these 2. Okay, got the 2 screws in, then just pop this cover back on. Okay, here we go. This piece is going to go back in, kind of slides down. Okay, the idea is to slide it down this way and then press here, and that'll pop it in. And then last piece, got 2 hooks on the bottom and the snap in. So we want to make sure the hooks are set in the bottom. And we'll snap it on the top. You're good to go. Okay, this is going to come with 2 keys as well. I've already done 1. Now, inside here is if you're going to use your ignition, they're going to put a little chip in there. But they're not going to put a chip in there, because I'm not going to put a chip in there, because I'm not using it for my ignition because I'm cheap. These are just a $28 fix, so they're going to have separate keys for the doors. One for me, one for my wife. So it comes with these little things. I'm going to snap that into there. And it comes with a little Honda thing. And it comes with a double-sided 3M thing. And so that's how that's used in this kit. So that'll stick the Honda sticker on as soon as I get the cover on. And for this I usually use just the end of a screwdriver. Okay, for example here, I got the cover on. Now I got the 3M sticker on, and now I'll stick the Honda thing on there and let it seal. And there we go. Now you don't need any kind of chip in these for your doors. Remember, it's only for your ignition. So I'm just using these for doors and a separate key for my ignition because I'm cheap. It's $28 to fix it. I think that's worth having 2 keys in my opinion. Okay, here's the test, the true test. Yep. There you go. That's the passenger side. Let's try the driver's side. Locked. Unlocked. Perfect. Works like a charm. 28 bucks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.